Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about Absolute Software Corporation. Absolute Software Corporation, ticker symbol ABST, is an American-Canadian company that specializes in endpoint security and data risk management. It has very good potential to see 10 to 20% growth in the next few years. Geographically, it drives the majority of revenue from the United States and also have a presence in Canada and the rest of the world. It serves education, healthcare, government, professional services, and financial services. The company's majority revenue comes from two sources, subscription and support revenue. The company is headquartered in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and Austin, Texas, with regional offices in Reading, UK, and Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Absolute is currently dual listed on Toronto Stock Exchange and Nasdaq. Before I get into the company, I really appreciate if you can give the video an early thumbs up, since it does take me significant time to do researches to make the video. Your support is appreciated. And now let's take a look at the product and services of this company. Absolute is the only undeletable endpoint defense platform for businesses and individuals. It secures your data, devices, and application with an unbreakable connection to every endpoint, on or off your network. What's so unique about Absolute software is that it is already factory embedded. Currently, there are 27 OEMs. As we can see, these manufacturers include big names like Dell, HP, Lenovo, Microsoft, and Samsung. The company's technology are shipped with those devices and sit in a dormant state, and the platforms are activated once customers make the purchase. Currently, there are estimated 500 million plus devices sold on the market with Absolute Security Platform. Absolute Software Endpoint Resilience ensures connectivity, visibility, and controls, strengthening your security control and empower applications and devices to self-heal without IT or user intervention. To make it simple, Absolute's customer can track and secure devices remotely, monitor application usage, and whatever going on in each machine. Absolute platform will also detect security risks and heal those risks without command. With Absolute's technology, it's like having an IT person 24/7. Absolute software serves 15,000 customers, which include 15 of 50 largest banks, 200 of Fortune 500, 170 plus of Global 500, 40 plus national governments, and 25 out of 50 US top school districts. The platform Absolute provides is a software as a service platform, and the customer arrangements are contracted under a prepaid subscription lesson model with a term range from 1 year to 5 years. Orders tend to flow from the customer to the OEM's partner, who then place the order with Absolute. Why do I think Absolute Software as a company will see a continuously high growth trajectory in years to come? First, Absolute has a high recurring revenue. Subscription fee for Absolute platform is collected up front, and revenue is recognized over the life of the contract. In fact, if we take a look at this slide from Absolute Q2 2021 investor presentation, 94% of the total revenue is from recurring revenue. Secondly, the global market need for endpoint security is growing. The company estimates that by the end of 2024, $67.5 billion will be spent on the global endpoint security market. 82% of employees are expected to work remotely, at least on a part-time basis, post the pandemic. This provides Absolute Software a unique opportunity. Because Absolute's technology is already sitting dormant in 500 million plus devices, and a large percent of them still wait to be activated. And this number will be growing as the OEMs continuously sell their devices. Also, the company's yearly subscription is extremely cheap. Average yearly subscription only costs around $12. The growing concerns about security for devices, unique advantage of factory-embedded security platform, and cheap subscription prices create a perfect opportunity for Absolute to maintain 10 to 20% sales growth for the years to come. So, whether the company can realize the growth or not, it just comes down to marketing and sales push from Absolute Software perspective. In fact, since company's new CEO come on board in 2018, company saw a significant increase of sales over 2019 and 2020. Now let's take a look at the company's financials. According to the company's Q2 2021 conference, total revenue sits at 29.9 million, representing a 16% increase year over year. Company's recent Q2 2021 conference shows that ARR sits at $117.5 million, which represents 17% year-over-year growth. Enterprise and government ARR represents 66% of total ARR and grew by 12%. Education ARR represented 34% of total ARR and increased by 30%. Net dollar retention of 109% versus the 100% in the prior year. Company also shows a balance between growth and profitability in Q2 2021. Adjusted EBITDA was $8 million or 27% of revenue, up from $6.2 million or 24% of revenue year over year. Cash generated from operating activities was $13.4 million compared to $2.2 million same period a year ago. Let's also take a look at how company progressed in the last few years. Sales grows from $93.6 million in 2018 to $111.6 million trading 12 months. EBITDA grows from $5.7 million to $18.5 million in 2020, which is over 225% in 2 years. Operation cash flow sits at $43.3 million currently, and free cash flow sits at $40.8 million trading 12 months, follow the same growth trajectory. Company is in a good financial health. Total current asset to total current liability is at 1.53, which is very good. Total asset to total liability is at 1.13, not ideal, but it's not too much of a concern at this point. If you look at the company's profitability, company has a gross margin of 88.5 in Q2 2021. Operating margin is at 12.5%. Net margin is at 8.1%. Return on asset is 4.2%. Return on equity is at 35.7%, and the ROIC is 25.3%. From these numbers, we can see that the company is very profitable right now. Companies also enjoyed particularly good return over the last 5 years with 292.7%, with the year-to-date return sits at 31.3%. However, from valuation perspective, company is a bit overvalued. Price to earning ratio is at 82.4, price to sale ratio is at 6.6, and price to book value is at 30.6. Like I said, it's a bit overvalued. So now let's check out Absolute's management team. Absolute's CEO Christy Wald has deep experiences and expertise spanning cybersecurity, enterprise mobility, embedded platforms, Internet of Things, enterprise software, and data science. Prior to Absolute, she served as CEO of DTech System and Chairman, President, and CEO of Good Technology, now known as BlackBerry. Christy has also held a variety of technology leadership roles at Citigroup, Motorola, Apple, Palm, and Sun Microsystems. Christy was recently recognized as new CEO of the Year by Global and Mail. She has also been awarded one of the top 50 women leaders in SaaS in 2019. It has also been named one of the Inc. magazine's top 50 women entrepreneurs of America, Information Security CEO of the Year, and the Fierce Wireless's most influential women in wireless. As mentioned before, Absolute saw a jump in sales and ARR right after Christy came on board. I think she's the right leader for Absolute's future growth. Now I want to talk about risk of the company. The only risk I can think of is that the company is to be replaced by other competitors. However, the company right now holds 140 patents, and the most important one puts the Absolute software into devices firmware expired in 2026. However, the company has a patent to expand upon this patent and then offer to the cloud services. I believe the company does have a strong relationship with OEMs, which provide a buffer for now to prevent a competitor to eat this market share. If we take a look at the chart over here, the stock has run up quite a bit over the last 2 months, and is a bit overvalued. I'll either wait for the dip or purchase a small position on dollar cost average for the rest of the shares. Okay, that sums up about my research on Absolute Software Corporations. So what do you guys think of this company? Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for the future videos. I'll see you next time.